This man actually crouched down quietly while the woman was asleep, but the sudden movement woke her up. Seeing the man pop up from under her skirt, the woman instantly flew into a rage and began chasing and hitting him. The man didn't dare fight back, but shouted that he was innocent. The woman gave him a chance to explain, and it turned out he had dropped his engagement ring under her seat. What he had been doing just now was trying to retrieve it. To prove his innocence, the man even reported his home address, explaining that he was a doctor and had long since grown numb to the human body. The woman found his explanation reasonable and decided not to make a fuss, but little did they know, the ring had already caught the attention of a nearby thief. When the train arrived at a station, the thief purposely bumped into the man and stealthily swiped the ring. The whole thing was seen by the woman. She wasn't planning to get involved, but thinking about how she had just beaten the man over a misunderstanding, she decided to make it up to him. So she stood up and chased after the thief, found an excuse to strike up a conversation, and when he was distracted, she quietly stole the ring back. However, just as she turned around, the train behind her unexpectedly started moving again, and her luggage was still on board. She signaled to the man to throw the bag down, but separated by the glass, the man had no idea what she was saying. To retrieve her belongings, the woman went to the town the man had mentioned as his home address. After asking around, she found out he was the mayor's son, so she took a taxi straight to the mayor's house. The driver, being overly friendly, kept chatting with her, so to shut him up, she lied and said she was the mayor's son's fiancée. That startled the driver, who immediately sped up to get her there as quickly as possible. What she didn't know was, the driver was actually the man's relative, and her returning of the ring only deepened the family's misunderstanding. Not knowing how to explain it all, she pretended to faint. At the hospital, she tried to sneak away, but ended up accidentally entering the maternity ward, which only made the misunderstanding worse. That night, she tried to escape by climbing down a rope, but just as she was making her move, the grandmother downstairs opened the window. The woman had no choice but to awkwardly climb back into the room. Meanwhile, the man was proposing to his girlfriend, only to realize he couldn't find the engagement ring anywhere. The proposal failed, and the man was frustrated. Just then, his father called him to return home, unaware that a massive surprise was waiting for him.